Hello everyone, welcome back to Thrive with Sushmita. In today's video, I will be sharing with you a very important aspect of my life. It is very personal, hence very close to my heart. Today, I will discuss with you few things which actually changed my life and it impacted my life in a very beautiful way. So, 2024 brought so much of change in me, and I would say a sea change, right? I learned like few things which I'll tell you. I'm sure all of you also know it. Maybe even I knew it, but probably I started practicing it in 2024, and oh my God, it is. I think it has been one of the best decisions that I have taken for myself. It was a year of lot of introspection and a journey which I started of self-development. That's when I came across a book which actually changed my life. I have been talking about it a lot of times in my previous episodes as well. The book is Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller. Let me tell you, it has been such an amazing read and the impact it had on me. Like I bought this book probably around like 24 of January or maybe like February, when we all have those resolutions and everything. But somehow I couldn't start picking it up because of various engagements and a lot of other things. But I remember I started reading it in April and oh my God, it just blew my mind. And जिन चीजों को मुझे पता था, आई मीन आई न्यू इट, मुझे पता है कि हमें पॉजिटिव रहना है, हम सबको पता है हमें पॉजिटिव रहना है, बट जिन सिंपल शब्दों में the author has conveyed and probably put the seeds so deep into my mind, and in a very short span of time, the kind of change that I have seen in myself has been an amazing thing. So why wait? Let me get into the major things and discuss with you. See, मैंने बहुत सारी चीजें सीखी, but आज मैं आपके साथ 5 इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें डिस्कस करूंगी जो मैंने इस किताब से सीखी और मुझे लगता है कि मेरा जीवन का जो नजरिया है वो बिल्कुल बदल गया. Jeff Keller has written this book, Attitude is Everything, which states like attitude is everything. It is actually everything, It's like that foundation जिसके इर्द गिर्द या जिसके around the entire world is working. हम तब से बात कर रहे हैं about attitude. What is attitude actually? पहले हम ये समझना है कि what is attitude. Attitude is nothing but your mindset. आप क्या सोचते हैं, आप क्या perceive करते हैं, आप कैसे respond करते हैं. That is attitude. So we can if we talk about an actual definition or समझने के लिए, we can say that attitude is basically your mindset or a person's mindset or the way they think, right? They think, they feel and behave towards a particular person, maybe situation or thing. आप कह सकते हो कि it's a combination of emotions, beliefs and behavior that shapes how individuals perceive and respond to the world around them. अपने आसपास होने वाली चीजों पर आप कैसे उसको देखते हैं, आपका नजरिया क्या है and आप उस पर कैसे respond करते हैं. What the author has done is basically he has divided the book into 3 parts. Like बहुत simple तरीकों में मैं आपको ये बता दूंगी and then we will see what are those 5 things that I have learned and that actually changed my life. So he's divided the book into 3 parts. Part 1 says that the success begins in your mind. So this is about thinking. What is your thought process? आप चीजों को कैसे सोचते हो? The second one is watch your words. आप क्या बोलते हो? So you're thinking and then you're speaking. So success begins here, which is your thought process. Watch your words, what you talk, what you speak. So speak and then heaven helps or God helps those who act. So think, speak and act. It is a very simple thing, but it has got the major impact on everyone's life. So let's get started and see what all I have learned. The first thing that this book taught me was about the dominant thought process. Like I have worked on myself and my thought process majorly. Now, dominant thought. हम दिन में There are millions of thoughts that run across our mind in 24 hours or in a day. पर मेजॉरिटी यानी आपका डोमिनेंट थॉट क्या है वो मैटर करता है. हम सब सुनते आए हैं, हम सब जानते हैं, ओ गॉड बी पॉजिटिव, अच्छा बोलिए, अच्छी वाइब रखिए, अच्छा कीजिए, बी पॉजिटिव, बी पॉजिटिव. यस, देर आर वेरियस वेज आप उस पर काम करेंगे एंड यू कैन हैव दैट प्रोसेस. बट व्हाट हैपेंस इज कि ये जो कुछ पल की पॉजिटिविटी है और आपका जो डोमिनेंट थॉट है दैट गेट्स लाइक ये उस पर हावी हो जाता है. For example, I had my morning coffee and then morning tea, and I probably practiced a bit of meditation, and I told that okay, all is well and day is good and I'm starting my day. Like all these people, they'll be posting some very nice good thought on social media, and then they start their day. And like probably 5 minutes के बाद they get a call, दीदी आज मैं छुट्टी पे हूँ. And the entire be positive thing comes down to zero and you're upset. Oh my god, ये आज ही होना था, ये होना था, मेरी तो किस्मत ही खराब है, कुछ नहीं हो सकता, अब मैं क्या करूंगी? How will I manage? Maybe you started from your house and you're like, no, okay, it's a good day and nice, and your driver is late. Or maybe your car broke down, right? It happened to me with on several occasions. And वो जो आपकी positivity का bubble था वो एक second में burst हो जा रहा था. So I actually worked on myself on this thing that I really need to keep reminding myself. And it took me a while, like maybe a span of 6 months, you can say it took me a while, wherein I constantly reminded myself, I constantly checked on myself. अभी भी होता है. I have not become a guruji or somebody like that. But the moment I feel that I'm losing control on my thoughts, I give it a check. Now my thought process ki ab kya hoga has become, I will figure it out. So whatsoever, jo bhi challenges aate hain, I have only one thing in my mind, which is I will figure it out. And let me tell you, it has been so wonderful. ठीक है, कुछ चीजें हैं जो मेरे कंट्रोल में नहीं है, so I don't now probably think much about it. What I can do, मैं उस अपना बेस्ट करने की कोशिश करती हूँ. But most importantly, I have started working on it or consciously working on the thoughts that I will have throughout the day, and I consciously work on it. So every time I feel okay, there is a red flag and a problem, the first thing that I remind myself is it's okay, it's fine, it's okay, I will figure it out. And I actually figure it out most of the time. We all do. So why panic in the first place? Because at the end of the day, it is you who will be doing it and you'll do it fantastically. You just have that faith on yourself. The second thing that I learned was being kind to myself and watching my words. What I talk, what I speak, what I say. Probably, see, I work with children, okay? And probably, दिन में हजारों बार मैं कहती हूँ, okay, cool, come on, cheer up, buck up, we can do it. आपसे ही होगा, आप ही कर सकते हो. No problem. एक बार गलती हुई हम फिर करेंगे, दो बार गलती हम फिर करेंगे. And then I have this very close friend who just told me one day, like, the way you are kind to everyone else in your life, be kind to yourself first. And it actually somehow struck, कि हम सारा दिन, if I talk about me, especially because I deal with children, I would only be having all those positive thoughts and those words of encouragement and appreciation and pushing and, being there to, okay, cool, ho jayega. But when it came to me, somehow probably I was overcritical, but also I would be like, yeah, नहीं हो रहा है, नहीं होगा, रहन देते हैं, नहीं होगा, कुछ ज्यादा लंबी छलांग मारने की सोच लिया गया है क्या, या the goals are quite high. Let me tell you, my goals, I am still in the process of achieving it. I have not achieved them yet. But let me tell you, my journey in achieving those goals has become so satisfying and so gratifying that I am actually enjoying the process. मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि I don't know if I achieve that goal, फिर मैं क्या करूंगी? Because अभी जो process के through I'm going, it is so rewarding. So when I started changing my own attitude towards my own self, I realized that, oh my God, it is such a beautiful feeling. when you remember, I mean, all you cricket lovers, like jab hum nowadays I don't get to watch much, but I used to watch cricket with my brother a lot, and I still remember all those. And because मुझे rules ज़्यादा पता नहीं होते थे, so I would always be poking him to tell me what is this and what is that, and I would be like hearing on those stump my, oh Bhaji, come on, Bhaji, come on, and those things sometimes they will be telling themselves, some others. So those words impacted. वो कितने pressure में वो bowler या वो batsman है, but those 2-3 pep talks. So just imagine when it's coming from others, it is impacting. So when you do it to yourself कि हो जाएगा, बाकी आपको दुनिया बताने के लिए है कि होगा या नहीं होगा, but then सबसे पहले आपको खुद को ये बताना है कि हो जाएगा. And the day you feel कि हो जाएगा, उन चीजों को अचीव करने के लिए your thought process और भी ज्यादा रिफाइन हो जाएगा, और भी ज्यादा गोल ओरिएंटेड हो जाएगा, और भी ज्यादा your brain will start locating to all those things that will actually help or facilitate you in your journey towards achieving your goal. So yes, please watch your words. It actually matters. I'll give you one more example. For example, aapko, and again, this example I'm giving you from the book itself. It is so beautifully written. Like suppose किसी ने आपको झूठ बोला है, okay, and then a person A and person B, they are reacting to that. So the person A says, I'm angry, and the second person says that I am furious. आपको किसकी intensity ज़्यादा लग रही है? Definitely the person who says, oh my God, I'm furious, right? So the words that you choose for yourself leaves an impact on your brain. Now, I'm not telling that your brain understands English, Hindi, Tamil, Urdu, Bengali, French, Spanish, no. But it understands the state, it understands the state that you are in, the feeling that you're in. Abhi jo Gen Z word hai, vibe hai yaar, it understands the vibe. So in case you don't know what is vibe, please ask today's generation and they will definitely tell you. The third thing which I actually learned was to be enthusiastic. To be enthusiastic for everything. Again, one example from the book. How you respond to a question which is probably asked to you several times a day, like, how are you? And most of the cases you will be listening it, चल रहा है यार, ठीक है यार, दाल रोटी चल रही है, अच्छा है, चल रहा है. How do you feel? I mean, the person itself is a little okay and it transfers the same energy to you. So even if you want to tell them, oh, I'm doing great, probably you just say, okay, yeah, I understand, ऐसा ही है. अभी तो वो रील भी बहुत चल रही है, बाकी सब ठीक, बस चल रहा है. So क्यों चल रहा है भाई? दौड़ो. Life is about having fun and being enthusiastic about everything. So any time, somebody asks you, how are you? This has been so beautifully written in this book, I must tell you. And the author says that every time somebody asks you, please say, oh, I am fantastic. I am terrific. I'm doing wonderful. Oh, I cannot complain. Life is great. Oh, God has been so kind to me. So every time when you say this, the person to whom you're telling also gets into that vibe of yours. And remember, yaar kya khush rehta hai ye banda, But every time, see, nobody wants to hear your pains and aches. Of course, you will have those few close people in your life जिनके पास आप हर सिचुएशन में जाकर सच बोलकर डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. बट आई एम टॉकिंग इन जनरल. और जब आप खुद को ही 4 बार बोल दोगे यार ऑल इज वेल, सब ठीक है, और रिमेंबर दैट ऑल इज वेल वाला कॉन्सेप्ट इज वेल, राइट? सी हाउ द टाइमिंग इज सो गुड फॉर दिस एग्जाम्पल. सो एनी टाइम somebody asks you, how are you? Please remember that you just tell them that you are fantastic and doing wonderful, whatever your feeling might be. But जब आप ऐसा कह रहे हैं, your brain also gets a signal कि okay, probably everything is good and everything is nice and hunky dory, all good, great. Like I know an uncle, he's probably 75 years old, and every time I ask him like, Hariom uncle, how are you doing? And he would tell me super fine. And initially मुझे लगता था यार ये बंदा हमेशा super fine कैसे बोल सकता है. And then मुझे this year taught me कि अरे भाई बोला जा सकता है, and that's how you can feel about it as well. So yes, remember, be enthusiastic about every little thing that is happening in your life. The fourth thing that I learned was to stop complaining, और इसके साथ ही जो जुड़ा हुआ है, having a lot of gratitude. I still remember when we were growing up, my mom had a very simple rule that whatever has been made needs to be eaten. And we were like, okay, not a problem. So there would be like days if probably we would complain that, okay, we don't want to have Loki for dinner, and she would not say anything, or maybe she will not even make anything special for us then. Whatever has been cooked has to be eaten. So she would always tell that, okay, you got your fancy food, you had the best of food, but today if this has been made, you really need to be grateful about it and not complain. Go and see people who don't get this food also. So वो बचपन से एक thought was always there to stop complaining and be grateful about things in life. Now, initially मुझे भी ऐसा लगता था सुन के कि अरे भाई आप इतना क्या आप सारा दिन grateful रह सकते हो, या थॉट कर सकते हो, या आप ऐसा सोच सकते हो. नहीं, if you start working on yourself, let me tell you, it is the easiest thing that you can do. Make a list, like I have 10 things to be grateful, जो मैं आपको अभी बता सकती हूँ. फिर तो दिन में कितना कुछ होता है. I am healthy, I'm able to speak, my family is doing well, I have few loyal friends, I have people whom I can just call up and say, hey, hi, I just want to meet you because I'm not feeling good, and they will be there. So all these small and big things in life, we cannot always be ungrateful about it. We have, and this comes with a practice. If you feel, start reminding yourself about 5 good things or 5 nice things that happen to you throughout the day. And let me tell you, अगर आप grateful रहना चाहो, तो अगर आपने एक ग्लास पानी का पिया है तो भी आप grateful रह सकते हो. Otherwise, उसकी कोई लिमिट नहीं है कि चीजों की, चाहतों की जो लिमिट होती है वो कभी भी खत्म नहीं होती है. Human wants are unsatiable, right? So focus that you don't complain. The maid has not turned up, the driver is late, the car broke down. अरे you have a car, that's why it broke down. वरना आप लाइन में लग के अपने लिए काम कर रहे होते. अगर आप ऑटो में जा रहे हैं या बस में जा रहे हैं, बी ग्रेटफुल कि आप कम से कम, आपको पैदल नहीं चलना पड़ रहा है, आपके पास वो चीजें हैं कि आप एक बस में ट्रैवल कर सकते हैं. सो जो है, थोड़ा है, थोड़े की जरूरत तो हमेशा ही रहेगी. सो जो है, बी ग्रेटफुल एंड वर्क फॉर व्हाट यू वांट इन लाइफ. Right? That is what is the essence of it, that stop complaining and be grateful, and then work and strive towards your goal. And the 5th and a very important lesson that I learned was to confront my fears. Initially what used to happen was कि ठीक है, and there's some problem and I would like, मैं उसको जितना इग्नोर कर सकती हूँ या जितना मैं उधर ध्यान ना दूं, I would probably try and do that. But now it is कि प्रॉब्लम है तो है, उसको सॉल्व करना है. कितना मैं कर सकती हूँ, आई ट्राई माई बेस्ट. जो नहीं हो रहा है उसके लिए मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ, आई विल सी टू इट, एंड देन आई विल एक्चुअली फाइट फॉर इट. मेरी आंखें बंद करने से अंधेरा नहीं चला जाएगा. दैट्स व्हाट वन आई लर्न, बिकॉज व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड माई बिजनेस, I still remember that हर छोटी बात से मुझे डर लगता था. A vendor is calling and I'm scared. The employees that I hired are calling me and I would be like, okay, what will they be telling me now? So all those little fears, I have worked upon it and I've been able to deal with it because I've understood कि ये छोटी छोटी बातों से मेरा वक्त जाया नहीं हो सकता है. So whatever fears I have, of course, मैं उन fears की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ जो आपके मन में आपके अपनों को लेकर होती हैं, जो हम सबके मन में होती हैं. लेकिन कई बार क्या होता है कि हम उस fear को इतना बड़ा बना लेते हैं कि that when we work upon it, we realize कि वो तो इतना बड़ा था ही नहीं. It wasn't that big at all. So whenever you think that you are, something is scaring you and something is bothering you, sit with it, sit on it, discuss, apply your brains, talk to yourself, find out what bothers you, find out what scares you in that thing, and then confront it, fight it, take out its solution. वो अलग बात है कि I'm still struggling to, confront my fears with water and learn swimming full-fledgedly. But let me tell you that again, the 2024, I actually started taking swimming lessons. I am still a knave, a long way to go, but I have at least started. So these 5 things that I actually learned, probably इसमें से कुछ चीजें मुझे आती थी, पर जब I started practicing it, it has brought a huge change and impact on my life. I am only concerned about growth. I'm only focusing on what can teach me. I'm not bothered about, you know, जो छोटी मोटी चीजें आसपास हो रही होती हैं, मुझे नहीं जानना कि किसके घर में क्या हुआ है, मुझे नहीं जानना कि कौन से सीरियल में किसकी शादी हुई है. आई एम नॉट बॉदर्ड अबाउट एनीथिंग. जो थिंग्स दैट आई एम बॉदर्ड, or maybe I don't really don't want to know ki what's trending, or what's the trending music, or what is the trending reel. It is not, it doesn't bother me at all. So what this journey has been in 24, I actually hope, and I'll make sure that I continue and I keep learning all those good things and bringing all those change in my life, and maybe sharing with you small tips and tricks that you can also apply. See, anything that you want to do, मेहनत आपको करनी है. Anything that you want to do, change आपको लाना है. Anything that you want to do, efforts आपको डालने हैं. आप सुन के आप इंस्पायर होते हैं. अभी 2 मिनट in the, you hear me on sitting on your drawing room and you're inspired. But next day when you think, okay, if I have to wake up at 6:30 and go for my walk because that's my commitment and I have to, but कल सुबह जब अलार्म बजता है, you snooze it off and then go off to bed. So then probably things will not change for you. Things, Rome was not built in a day. आप एक दिन में कुछ भी change नहीं कर सकते हैं. पर अगर आप यहाँ हैं, आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं, so आप कम से कम आप में वो thought जरूर है कि आप कुछ change करना चाहते हैं. So come on guys, you can also do it. लिखिए आपको क्या चाहिए, find out your goals, what are things you really want to do, and yes, work for it. So this was all about my own journey. In case you have any queries, do write to me in the comment box, and do share with me if there has been any change that you saw in yourself in 2024 and it actually changed your life. This was all for today. Keep growing, keep thriving. See you in our next video. Thank you so much.